China is the world's largest importer of timber in the entire world. This demand in wood has become China's staple resource to support its economy. The amount of trees processed in China has grown at an exponential rate to where it can no longer be replaced. As loggers continue to cut down trees, the forest and its ecosystem continue to diminish.
The wood is soaked, stripped and fed into a peeler. Every 10 seconds, a thick log is reduced to pick-thin strips. A whole tree is consumed every 5 minutes. In total, this small factory has shredded close to 1 million trees. Multiply that several thousandfold, and you get an idea of how much wood is consumed by China's paper mills, flooring firms and timber yards.
Logging has caused mountaintops to be decimated with foliage, trees, and life. Certain areas in particular look like abandoned war zones found in Heilongjiang. Forests such as these are no longer considered sustainable. In fact, only about 3.3% of China's forests remain intact. Although it's difficult to regulate China's dependence on wood, there are certain measures we can all do to alleviate the decimated forests. China uses an astounding 80 billion pairs of disposable chopsticks per year to feed more than 1.3 billion people. The country chops down 20 million trees to provide for disposable chopsticks annually. Making this amount of sticks require cutting down 1.18 million square meters of forest. We can help China's efforts to reduce the amount of wood used for eating utensils by replacing disposable sticks with reusable ones. So stop the chop and use reusable chopsticks today.
Trees are not only cut down as a source of revenue. Alongside supporting the economy, clearing forests allow room to be used for roads and buildings. The scary part is how China's urbanization has grown exponentially. As the demand for infrastructure grows, so does the renovation of natural habitat. To provide land for its people, the Chinese government has cleared natural forests to support its growing population. Local governments are planning to develop more than 3,500 new urban areas in the next few years, with capacity to house 3.4 billion people, or roughly half of humanity. This drastic increase in urbanization has led to the homes of cute animals to dissipate. This is why you should become a panda ambassador to support wildlife. So first you're going to go on to Google and type in Panda Ambassador. You're going to click on the first one that comes up from World Wildlife Fund. And then you're going to start reading about what it's like to be a panda ambassador and what you have to do. And then why this matters. And then you're going to read about what you're able to do. And all the projects that have been globally initiated. And then you're going to click Apply Now. And you're going to fill up this application, and then you will submit, and you're done. China has also noticed that deforestation is a problem, and that is why in 1978, China began the Great Green Wall Project. By 2006, 25 million hectares of forests were growing, and projected by 2050, more than 100 billion trees will occupy a 2,800-mile belt. You can help support this by planting a tree right outside your home. China's deforestation ties into the greater issue of global warming. With fewer trees around the world, our atmosphere becomes more vulnerable to carbon dioxide emissions. Although China's decision may seem very distant to life here at home, we can all take initiatives to alleviate each other's carbon footprint. After all, we all breathe from the same air.
It is important to realize the caveat to increasingly urbanize our cities. The desire to modernize our society leads us astray from the importance and beauty of nature. Replacing natural habitat for roads and buildings should not be a decision we make. The value of nature should never come before our own benefit to urbanize.
China is setting a poor example on us all. We instead should learn from our mistakes and help each other live a more sustainable life.
even if it is as simple as refusing to use disposable chopsticks at Panda Express.
Or planting a tree to support China's Green Wall project.
We can all do our part to support our ecosystem.